Okay, so what is our goal, or what are our goals? We want to be able to plot decimals on a number line, compare and order decimal values. And that's really the major thing. Compare fractions and decimals using a number line. So our big thing here today is compare and order decimal values. That's what we want to get to by the end. All right, so on our getting started here, it says, Steve, recall that you can write, decimals to represent fractions with a denominator of 10 or a power of 10, such as 100, 1,000, 10,000, and so on. You can use decimals to write amounts of money. So Steve saw this advertisement outside the convenience store. So he saw this thing. He said, "Botella de soda de 16 ounce is 99 cents." He went in and handed the cashier a penny to pay for his bottle of pop. The cashier told him that wasn't enough money. Who's correct, and explain your reasoning. So stop when you just explain your reasoning here, or just say who's correct. And now consider the representations shown for the cost of each item. Circle the correct representations. If the representation is not correct, state why not. If item B costs $1.50, well, 1/2 is 0.5 or $1.50. So 1.5 would be $1, 50 cents. So that would be correct. $1.50. That's not correct because it's not a half a cent, and you have dollars and cents mixed in here. So we are supposed to circle the correct representation. And this is not because it is dollars and cents mixed, and that's not correct. It's either 100 50 cents, or if that were just the cents were off, that'd be correct. This is correct because $1.50. That's 1.50 cents. No, that's not correct because 1.50 is dollars, not 1.5 cents. So B costs $1. This is correct. 100 cents. That's correct. $1.00 is correct. Won't know because of the cents. Because this says 1 cent. Okay. So you're going to go and work on example or number 5. So we're going to skip down here. Oh no, I'm going to do where that's the. So that is our getting started. So let's take a look now. Okay, let me go ahead and I'm going to do activity 1 with you, and you will do number 5 on your own. And then we'll move on from there. So, and you can do the number 1 with me in your book while we go over it. Decimals are valuable when you need to more precision for measurements between whole numbers. The decimal point in a number separates the whole part of the number from the fractional part. So between our whole numbers, like between 1 and 2, are all these fractions or decimals. The digits following the decimal point represent a value less than 1. So let's use the number line to represent some decimals here. So your teacher will assign students to participate in the activity, but we aren't doing that. So it says plot and label a point where each student stands on the number line. Well, we can't do that one. So what I'm going to do is do number 2. So plot a point on the number line to represent each decimal. So I'm going to go for A. So let's see how many points I have in here. So I should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So each one of these is 1/10. That's 1/10, 2/10, 3/10. So 0.25 here, A, will be right here, and I'm going to call that A. So go ahead and put that on your paper. 1.38. So it's going to be 1 point, or 1 and 38 hundredths, or 1 and 3/10 and 8 hundredths. So the hundredths means there's 10 in here. They're real small. So it's going to be 1 and 3, 1, 2, 2, 3, and 8/10. So about right up close to this other one here. 1 and 3/10. We'll call that B. C is 0.5. Well, that's just halfway between 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's right here. That'll be your letter C. 2.3. 2, 1, 2, 3. That'll be your D. 0.56. Well, we know the 0.5 is where C was, right? And 0.56 about halfway, a little bit more between the two, and we'll call that E. Put that right up here. And F is going to be 2.92. So 2.9 is right here, and just a little bit more around there. And that will be F. And then G is 1.75. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.5. So that'll be G. And 1.1 is H. So we are going to then go to number 5, and you'll do number 5 on your own. So the instructions are you are to analyze the number line and label each tick mark on the number line with the decimal values it represents. So what is each one worth? What's that? Remember, this is 0.25 and this is 0.5. So what would this be? And then label 0.3 and 0.4. Plot and label 4 points that represent decimals between 0.3 and 0.4. Now we're going to go on to the worked example. It says consider 1/2 and 0.35, which value is greater? Well, 1/2 is 0.5, so 1/2 would be higher. And now my number line, I can see that this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this is my halfway point, and that's 1/2. So that means each one of these is 0.3 or 0.1, and 0.35 is going to be halfway between the 3 and the 4. So it'll be right there. Because 1/2 is to the right of 0.35 on the number line, 1/2 is greater than 0.35. And so we would say 0.35 is less than 1/2. How could I write that otherwise? I could say 1/2 is greater than 0.35. Okay? So you do number 10 on your own. Plot each pair of values on the number line and then put the symbol between them, what they are. Greater than, less than, equal, whatever they are. Once you have finished that, you may then go on to your exit ticket. And that would be your lesson for today.